Hello everyone. Another topic of class 11th, rather we can say last topic of this session by Nick Middleton, in which it's a kind of a travelogue in which we will just see the hardships faced by the pilgrims who just want to go to pay pilgrimage to Mount Kailash, or we can say, or the hardships of Silk Road or Silk Route, which was in ancient times, now changed to Silk Road. So we can say the hardships faced by people passing those high mountains and passing those places. Let's see what happens. So summary is it's about the author. It's the story of the author, and he describes his journey to Mount Kailash. He is there for revolution, and he is there to purify his soul. So he want to go over there. He's in the Silk Road to complete his Korah. I'll tell you in analysis what Korah means. So he's there. It's a kind of a religious thing, and author wishes to visit the place, and he hires Satan, a person who is the driver of the car, someone for driving him to the mountain. So he's the driver of the car. First person who is with him is Satan. There is a parting with Lahum. Lahum is a girl who just was there at Rau, and who was the innkeeper, and she is now bidding farewell to the this writer to go forward, and this writer receives a long-sleeved sheepskin coat because Lamu thinks that this author will be feeling pretty cold over there, so that's why she gifts a sleeved skin sheep coat to get warm, to give warmth to the writer. So to get a company, author takes Daniel with him as well till Darjan. Darjan is a place where this author wants Daniel to accompany him. So Satan takes shortcut because he thinks that southwest direction or route, it is a route which goes directly to Kailash, and how to cross high mountain passes. And Satan assures that the route is better if there will be no snow. There will be no snow, and then the route is very better. As they cross a small number of gazelles, it's a kind of an antelope. So, or we can say it's a kind of a deer. So as they pass the gazelles, the herd of wild asses, and then they saw shepherds tending the flocks. They just reached near the hills. Upon reaching the hill, they noticed dark tents, as these were the nomadic people, and they saw that there were Tibetan mastiff guarding the tents. That means the big dogs. And upon entering the valley, they witnessed that mountains and rivers are covered with snow and ice. So as they went inside, they ride on the hill started. It turned sharper and bumpier. That means the road was not clear, and it was very bumpier over there. It was very sharp as well. The author could feel the presence and notice they were at pressure, and notice that they were at 5,210 meter above the sea level. Now when you will go on high altitude, you will feel that pressure on your body as well. When you will go to Ladakh, or you will go to some other place, you will feel that pressure, and author is feeling that pressure, and he notices that they are about 5,210 meters above sea level. After clearing first hurdle of snow-filled roads, the author starts feeling uneasy due to height and pressure. Now, when you'll go to the high altitude, you will feel a kind of a suffocation over there, as the author is feeling it because of height and pressure. At 2 o'clock, they thought of taking a lunch, so they stopped for lunch. They reached a small town, Hor, in late afternoon, and the author took a break over there. He sat at a local cafe. He sat at a local cafe sipping on tea. And what Satan, the driver, did at that very time, he got the car fixed, and Daniel left for Lhasa. He came back, so it was after Hor he accompanied these people. He didn't. This author did not like this place Hor very much. He says that it's not built in a proper way. It's dry. There is very less vegetation, so he does not like it. After resuming, they reached Darchen, and by nightfall, and they just stayed over there for the night at a guest house. The author suffered from nose congestion because he was having sinuses. So because of that, he felt as if his nose he's feeling nose congestion, and due to which it's because only of high altitude and chilly weather. And what he did, he received medication for 5 days. A doctor over there, a Tibetan doctor, he just gave him medication for 5 days. So when he felt better and he enjoys stay at Darchen, he meets another pilgrim, Norbu. There is another pilgrim, Norbu, who he wants to accompany, and after feeling relief, decides to complete his pilgrimage. They hire yaks for luggage. Norbu gives up and reveals that it would not be possible for him because he is a little fatty and he will not be able to go for this revolution, or we can say Kora. Now, if we go through the analysis, we will see that through the chapter we learned about the author's journey via Silk Road and the determination of pilgrims and hardships they face. Look, what kind of determination the people going on pilgrimage or pilgrims have, it shows you. If you will talk about Amarnath Yatra, it's very hard and harsh climate over there as well. So people still go and just take a look towards this shrine and towards this religious place. So the author faces a lot of difficulties, but unable to complete his pilgrimage due to his undeterred faith. So what he faces a lot of difficulties over here, but he is committed. He is able to complete his pilgrimage. Why? Because he has undeterred faith, which can't be affected by these hardships. He has that kind of a faith. So that's why he went over there and just completed it. The author travels to Mount Kailash, exploring the Himalayan belt in Tibet. The author explored the Silk Route through which silk was taken to the other places. Why it got this road? It was connecting Europe with Asia. This road, it was known as Silk Road. Silk Road was connecting Asia with Europe and the Middle East, we can say. So after that, what happened? It usually the things, it was not only silk which was imported and exported from this road. It was other things as well. There was jewelry, there were art and crafts, or we can say handloom. Everything was taken from these places, spices, but especially silk was taken, so that's why it got its name by Silk Road. So the author just explored this whole area. The chapter, being a part of travelogue, expresses the contrast and exotic details describing hurdles along Silk Road. So this chapter, being part of the travelogue of this Nick Middleton, it's a kind of a travelogue he has written about Silk Road. So in this he has given contrasting and exotic details. The exotic details, the beauty of the nature, and the contrasting details about how hardships the people face over there. And he has described each and every hurdle, every problem which you can face while going on to this Silk Road. In Tibet, Mount Kailash is known as Kanguri Rinpoche, precious snow mountain. So Tibetan has this mountain as a sacred one. They call it Kanguri Rinpoche, which means a precious snow stone in this mountain. The writer took this expedition from the slopes of Rau and to Mount Kailash to complete the Kora. So it started from Rau, the slopes of Rau, and it ended up at the this Mount Kailash, at the foot of Mount Kailash. Kora. Now, what does Kora mean? As I was telling you, it is transliteration of Tibetan word that means revolution. Kora means revolution. That means to go around. Kora is both a type of pilgrimage and a type of meditative practice in the Tibetan Buddhist or Bon tradition. You will see that there is different in Buddhism as well, and Tibetan Buddhism considers this place, this Kora, or we can say this activity Kora, as a part of pilgrimage and a part of practicing meditation. So they go for this Kora, or we can say it's around Mount Kailash, about 52 kilometers, and it is said that if a person crosses this in one day, then he is the better and he is well purified. So it takes around 15 hours for a common man with with a little fast movement of walking. It take 15 hours to cross this mountain because it is full of hurdles. This Mount Kailash, a revolution on the path of Mount Kailash, it takes 15 hours and is around 52 kilometer, which the activity is known as Kora. Okay, gazelle is one of the many antelope species and is known as swift animal with a speed of almost 97 kilometer per hour. So you will see that gazelle is a kind of an antelope. That means its species, one of the that deer is. So the speed of it's known as one of the swift animals. So the speed of this gazelle is 97 kilometer per hour for a time being. The reader finds it refreshing to traverse such vast tracts of physical geography, expanses of the natural world that remain largely untamed. So here the writer has given a kind of a artistic touch in showing how beautiful, untamed, or we can say virgin nature is. So you will see that when nature is untamed form, or we can say virgin form, then definitely it has a beautiful significance. But when there is interference of human beings, it gets destroyed, as it's happening with this earth. With no religious inclination, he begins to speculate on Tibetan Buddhism as a prerequisite for survival at such an altitude. There was no inclination of this author towards any kind of a religion, but what he saw over there, that Tibetan Buddhism gives a kind of a training to the people over here for survival at such a high altitude. So it gives a kind of a work of meditation to the people as well. He also researched about different forms of altitude sickness, such as swelling of brain and lungs slowly filling with fluid. He also not only just talked about the positivity of Tibetan Buddhism over there, but he talked about the problems which usually these pilgrims going on high altitudes face. They face the problem of swelling in brain, and they can face the problem of lungs being filled with a fluid. So it will create a kind of a problem in their breathing. So that was all in this very video. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much.